This is Robert Merchant with CCI Investments and Mobile Home Park Consulting Firm. We are consultants all across the United States in mobile home parks. People hire us to come in and operate parks for them, to do due diligence on parks, whether it's listed with a real estate agent or whether somebody finds a park or whether we find it. Our clients call us, we go in and help do the due diligence. We put a plan together with the owner that works for the owner. If the park doesn't look like it works, we don't buy it. But we also have another side of our company that has nothing to do with this, really, because we're not finding parks or they're not finding parks. We have a lot of people that call us because they already own parks and are not able to take care of them. So they hire us, our consulting services, to come in and make a plan on the park they already own and what we need to do to make that park profitable, where they can either refinance it or sell it or keep it for the cash flow. And the person that actually specializes in that is not me. I mean, I own the company and I do try to stay on top of everything. But the person who does that part is actually the Vice President of Operations, Kristen Ernst. So, Kristen, I'm going to turn this over to you and you just talk about what you do.
Hi, my name is Kristen, and I have learned a lot from Robert. He is the expert in this business, and I got to where I am today by being trained one-on-one by Robert for the past 17 years. I do run the operations now independently. I do get a lot of calls from clients that would like for our team to take over their properties and operate for them. Usually there's two situations. They've recently purchased the property and realized, as an owner, they want to be an owner and they don't want to be a property manager. It's a lot of work. And they realize that it's just something they possibly don't have time for or the experience yet to do. And we also have a lot of clients that call and they've been using a local property management company to run their properties. We are not a property management company. We are a full service mobile home park consultant firm. So very different. We don't just put money in the bank and pay the bills and walk away from the property. We actually make a plan to fix any issues that are going on in the park. My first step is always to do a video call through and walk through the property with someone that's there on site, and notate what's going on the outside, because more often than not, if a park is in distress, the outside of the park is very there's a lot of bad habits from the tenants, a lot of garbage on the porches and furniture. Sometimes you'll spot water leaks, sewer leaks that look like they've been neglected for quite a while, and make a plan to clean up the overall the exterior of the park, just to bring in a higher clientele of tenant and to show the city officials and the people around you that you care, you're a good owner, you're going to make improvements, and to get your tenants to feel like they have you care and that you're giving them a clean, safe home. And that's something that we really strive to provide for every tenant. So that's always our first step. And then we address the bigger items, which is, any deferred maintenance and any people that haven't been paying rent for quite some time. So depending on the park, we make specific plans on how to handle that. I've had parks where I've had to evict 70 tenants and replace them with 70 new tenants. And I've had parks where I've only had to replace maybe 10 tenants. So depending on the situation and where it's located, we make a curated plan for that property. And if the client agrees with the plan and they want to work with us, then we're happy to take over for them and consult for them and try to get their park, whether they're trying to bring it up so they can resell it or they want to bring it up so they can start making some money and keep that for a retirement investment, whatever they're going to do with it. We're happy to help. And that's what we do.
Well, I just want to talk about a couple of parks in particular, kind of give an example. I had a man that bought a mobile home park that I own over in Tennessee. And then he bought one that one of the guy that works for me owned. And anyway, we got a relationship with him. Then he called me up and he said, "Hey, I own 2 parks in Kentucky, and I have a property management company running them, and I can't get anything. I mean, I don't know what's going on. Would you be interested in going over there and fixing those parks?" And Kristen, tell the story about what we had to do there and what the tenants were like.
Oh, well, we had a lot of trash. There were tenants, heavy drug users, needles and things in clogging up the septic line. We had to evict, I think in total there, we evicted around 48 people and replaced them with paying tenants. And some of those people did pay, or they had, you know, they had at least Section 8, and Section 8 paid part of the rent. So we did wait, and, we evicted those people last because we're getting some kind of money. So that's, again, a curated plan for that park. You don't want to evict 48 people in 1 month. It's not feasible, and it's really expensive. So we had a judge there, Robert, if you remember. That judge was very particular about evictions, and so we had to learn
Well, it wasn't
process.
that. It wasn't really that as much as it was he didn't like the park. And so the tenants come in and said, "We're not paying our rent because they're not taking care of anything." And the judge believed them. So we lost our first couple, 3 cases. But because the park's in a smaller town, well, actually 2 parks, and they're in smaller towns there, they could see that the parks were being improved, and that we had painted the trailers, and we were fixing things, and we're cleaning up the yards and mowing the grass and all that. So the judge said, "Oh, they are cleaning it up," and we haven't lost a case since then.
No,
And as a matter of fact, I believe there was close to 40,000 owed in back rent. So that sounds about, I think it was 37,000
that's
between the two
correct.
parks. And right now, as of last month, we don't have anybody behind. And we did that, and actually, I didn't do anything. Kristen did that, and took about a year to get that park straightened out and get a new manager in here. But for the last year, we've had it now for 2 years. Took about a year to get it fixed. And then for the last year, we haven't had anybody that I know of that has, we really haven't had any evictions. We don't have anybody not paying.
Right.
And that is because we have a good manager. We brought a guy that had managed different parks for us over there, different places. We brought him over, and he does his job. And so when you have a manager that does their job and inspects the homes and goes to the court and make sure that tell the tenants the story and tell the judge the story, then the judge is more apt to go along with you. But that's just an example of what we do. We were able to go in here and evict all these people, replace them with people that are paying the rent, and now we don't have a problem because the whole atmosphere of the park has changed. Okay, Kristen, is there anything else you want to add to this deal here?
I think that's a good starting off point. I do want to say that, we always work as a team with our clients, so we're open to hear what you have to say. We do, I do have to be the one in control of talking to tenants and the on-site management. So there are some things that are my duties and things that are the client's duties. But, if you have a park that is in distress, or if you have a park that's running really well, but you're tired of running it, you just want to sit back and be a owner and collect your check, we take those as well, and run them for you too. We do provide service. We keep you updated on everything that's going on. All funds go into a bank account that is your bank account. That's for that property. We do not do escrow accounts. We do not
Trust fund. We don't do trust fund. We just use your account, your park, your money.
And we do not charge any kind of service fee for repairs. So if a water line breaks and a plumber comes to fix it, we actually call as many plumbers as we can, as quickly as we can, to get out there and get you, we hope, about 3 bids. So we make sure we get the best deal and pay that plumber directly from the account. We do not make any money off of that. We do not charge a percent based on how much rent you're bringing in. All of our monthly fees are based on but several factors, but mostly the time and effort that it's going to take from our end to turn your park around, because we are full service. We also,
And we are usually, most of the time, cheaper than what a property management company would charge.
right.
Okay.
We also send you monthly financial reports and weekly written updates. And then clients also have a weekly phone call with me scheduled for the same time, same day every week, where we go over the what happened the previous week and the plan for the next week. So we really keep you up to date and informed, and every check that is written, we can explain exactly what it's for. And usually those things are pre-approved items regardless, so you would be expecting those expenses. So we really provide a full service that I don't think I've seen anywhere in 17 years. I've never met anyone that does everything that we do, and I'm really proud of that. So if you're interested in working with us to turn your park around, or you need some help running your park, you can give Robert a call at 209-996-4075.
Are you giving your number?
You can reach me at 209-840-1086.
Thank you, folks. This is another Mobile Home Monday podcast, and you guys can see this. We put out one every Monday. You guys have a good day, and goodbye.